Imagine you're teaching a child to recognize fruit. You show them an apple and say apple. You show a banana and say banana. Eventually, they learn to tell them apart on their own. That process, that's the essence of what we call artificial intelligence. But wait, it's not just one big blob of magic. It's like a Russian nesting doll. On the outside, we have the broad concept of AI. Inside that, we have machine learning. And deep inside that, we have deep learning. And where does data science fit? Think of it as the scientist in the lab coat who uses all these tools, plus statistics and math, to solve complex problems. It overlaps with everything, but it has its own unique mission: finding insights. Let's zoom into the big picture. Artificial intelligence. It's simply the idea of machines acting smart. It doesn't matter how they do it. Even a simple program that plays tic-tac-toe by following a strict list of rules is technically AI. Now let's crack open the doll to find machine learning. This is where the magic happens. Instead of programming the rules, we give the machine data and let it learn the rules. Imagine baking a cake. Traditional programming is like following a recipe. Flour plus sugar equals cake. Machine learning is different. You give it the flour and the cake, and it figures out the recipe. We have two main ways to teach it. First, supervised learning. This is like school with a teacher. We show the model thousands of pictures labeled cat or dog, and it learns to tell them apart. Then there's unsupervised learning. No teacher here. We just dump a pile of data on the table and say, sort this out. The model finds patterns on its own, like grouping customers by shopping habits. Now let's go deeper. Deep learning. This is inspired by the human brain itself. We use structures called artificial neural networks. Imagine layers of neurons. The first layer sees lines, the next sees shapes, the next sees eyes and noses, and the final layer shouts, "It's a face." This depth allows it to solve incredibly complex problems. They train these models, tune hyperparameters, and finally deploy them via APIs so applications can use them. It's a continuous loop of monitoring and retraining. Once the data is ready, we pick a model, maybe a random forest for predicting sales, or a neural network for recognizing images. We train it, test it, and tune it until it's perfect. Let's see it in action with Python. For data science, pandas is king. We load our data, df equals pd.read csvdata.csv. We check for missing values and get a quick summary. It's your first step into the data world. For machine learning, we use scikit-learn. Look how simple it is. We create a classifier, we fit it to our training data, and then we predict. 3 lines of code to unlock the power of ML. And for deep learning, we use PyTorch or TensorFlow. We build a class for our neural network, defining our layers. Then we define the forward pass, how data flows through the brain. It's powerful stuff. Finally, we deploy it. We wrap our model in an API so apps can use it. But the work isn't done. We monitor it, retrain it, and keep improving it. It's a never-ending cycle of learning. So remember, AI is the dream. Machine learning is the process. Deep learning is the brain-like power. And data science is the toolkit that brings it all together. Now, go build something amazing. Brought to you by AI Literate.